done too late. Now family, we the ones who gotta delegate. Get that money in the power, never be fake. Stick to cosign for 3. What did he say? Create jobs, support our own. Educate the same and buy back your home. Got 3 degrees, triple 10. 3 PhDs, now we on the CNN. DBTV, let's talk about negligence. Ignorance is bliss, but we can turn it to intelligence. Believe none of what you hear, half of what you see. Let's break it down here on Dr. Boyce TV. Here we are.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. I want to give you guys a quick update for the Black Financial Channel on what's going on with the stock market today. Today is July 16th, 2020, and it was not a great day for the stock market. Today was the first day in 5 days that the stock market dipped. Microsoft took a big hit, as well as big technology. I'm going to read an article here. It says stocks fell on Thursday, led by tech shares, as investors pored over the latest corporate earnings reports. In mixed U.S. economic data, the Dow Jones dropped 137 points, which isn't very much, but shares on Amazon and Microsoft each declined by 1.6%, which makes sense because they've gone up so much in the last few weeks. Facebook, Alphabet, and Netflix, a lot of these companies, FANG, that's what they call FANG, F-A-N-G, I think that's what it is, Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. Most of the FANG stocks got kicked in the butt, which, again, that's fine. Some believe that they were overpriced. One interesting piece that I just saw was explaining that a lot of the market dynamics have shifted because so many traders are in what they call the retail space. This is what they call, they got what they call smart money, and then they've got what they call the uninformed investors. Some might call it dumb money, but I'm not going to call them dumb, but I'll say uninformed in the sense that, you've got a lot of people that are really jumping into the markets to gamble. And what happens is that these individuals can really push stocks up with their speculation, particularly if you're talking about markets that don't have a lot of liquidity to begin with. So when there's not a lot of liquidity, there's not a lot going on, meaning that a lot of the institutions that control billions and trillions of dollars worth of assets, when they're sitting on the sidelines, the retail investors kind of come in and they sort of can send the market all over the place and disconnect market prices from economic fundamentals. They don't really care what the company's earnings report says. They're just betting on the stock because they're betting that somebody else is going to bet, and they're trying to create this momentum. They're momentum traders that basically trade in herds and in packs, and so this has really frustrated a lot of institutional investors. It's really changed the way stocks are valued. I'd be curious to see how this plays out long term, meaning will all these traders still be as active as they are now when they have jobs, when COVID is over and they're able to go back to work, or is this just a trend? It is what it is. It's life, but that's a big dynamic happening in the market. Now, one of the things you want to remember, though, is the amount of retail money, meaning people on their Robinhood apps trading, stocks and futures contracts, is a very small percentage of total volume. So total dollar value of volume relative to retail investors, and maybe retail traders have maybe 3% of that total stock volume, but in options, it grows to about 13%. And when you're talking about specific stocks that become really hot, maybe on Reddit or the Robinhood traders all get excited about a certain stock, and if the stock doesn't have a lot of institutional liquidity, then these retail traders can push the price way up. And so that's why you have some crazy chaos with Tesla. Tesla was going crazy. Tesla went way up, and then it shot way down. And so a lot of the experts, old school guys that have been, that studied in the 1980s and 1990s are kind of like, what the hell is this, right? So I'm going to read more of this to you. Quote, over the next few weeks, the core tech titans are set to report earnings, says Dan Ives, an analyst at Wedbush. This will be a pivotal few weeks for investors to gauge how the tech stalwarts, business models, and trends are holding up in this unprecedented COVID-19 storm. Will be a key barometer for overall consumer and enterprise spending trends, et cetera, et cetera. The jobs data was very disappointing. Lots of people have lost their jobs. They're still handing out the pink slips, which is really sad. Retail sales jumped. That was a big deal. So this is kind of interesting, right? Conflicting information. Let's see here. So the weekly jobless claims number came in slightly worse than expected. The Labor Department said that a total of 1.3 million Americans filed for unemployment benefits last week, compared to Dow Jones estimates of 1.25 million first-time filers. However, retail sales jumped 7.5% in June, topping the expectation of 5.2%. 2%. And this came after a surge of 17.7% in May. Paul Ashworth, chief U.S. economist at Capital Economics, said the U.S. retail sales data could signal a big economic rebound in the third quarter. I agree. I believe in the third quarter, you are going to see a big move. You are going to see some major things happening economically, and that's what it's going to be. So let's see. Thursday's moves follow a major sell-off in China. So the Shanghai Composite went down, and so you've got some odd dynamics kind of happening in the market, but nothing really interesting happening today. I think the things to pay attention to are earnings announcements. They're going to be coming up in the next few days and few weeks. That's going to create some volatility, a lot of market movement. You're also going to see, what happens in terms of the virus. The virus is kind of the main conversation point. I believe that the advances in the virus and in the creation of the vaccine are progressing along quite nicely. I believe that they're going to continue to progress, and once they announce that the vaccine's working and in production, and everyone feels safe enough to go out and go to work, and schools open up, that's a big deal. If schools open up, then you're going to start seeing some positive market response after that. So that's what I'm seeing right now. That's my conversation for today. Make sure you subscribe to the Black Financial Channel. This is theblackfinancialchannel.com. It's a Black News daily financial news and commentary site created for you. And also, if you joined our options trading masterclass from yesterday, we had a great time yesterday. It was really fun. I'm going to put the recording for you guys of last night's class, and all the other recordings from every class will be in your login, so you can log in at drboycemasterclass.com. That's drboycemasterclass.com. You also have access to the secret blog where you can ask me questions whenever you want to, and I gave you guys free access to what Dr. Boyce is buying in case you just want to pay attention to what I put in my portfolio, if it helps you make your decisions or whatever it is you choose to do. So feel free to go to drboycemasterclass.com to learn more. I'm out of here, guys. Have a good day, and I shall see you soon. Bye-bye.
Here we are, clan the isms, cataclysm great. Our people out here struggling, trying to make it in this state. Everybody out here doing it, but we the ones who late. Now family, we the ones who gotta delegate. Get that money in the power, never be fake. Stick to cosign for 3. What did he say? Create jobs, support our own. Educate the same and buy back your home. Got 3 degrees, 10, 3 PhDs, now we on the CNN. DBTV, let's talk about negligence. Ignorance is bliss, but we can turn it to intelligence. Believe none of what you hear, half of what you see. Let's break it down here on